Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our FHG account, which used to be the pay-to-win account. Ultimately, we haven't been putting anything into this account as of the last about 3 months. I did break down, though, I wanted to share with you guys, I did break down and we actually picked up our monthly card. Big reason for this is, of course, we have these cards in here for the time emblems. So with the time emblems, if you're getting this pack, you can actually get it for 30 days. So I'll get 30 time emblems out of here to help build out a couple heroes. Now, ultimately, we are not going to be building out Taylene. I'm going to save my time emblems as of right now till we see the next heroes that are coming within AFK Arena. Ultimately, I see some benefit from her. But if you guys have noticed within the campaign itself, she's not utilized. She does not work in level deficiencies as much as I would love to see it. She is really not shining, as we know with most tanks within level deficiencies. When you start getting around the 180, 200 mark, she's dying out. Once you're in level 200 plus, she, again, just like any other tank, does not work at all. And what's going on? Sheen Evil is here. We got Geeky, Reki. It is the first time. Thank you for joining us. Hyatt, Xena, and Dark Blaine as well. Again, guys, thank you guys for joining me for the stream. This one, we could do some campaign progression. We're going to do a couple summons. So over the past 3 weeks with events, we've gotten almost 50,000 diamonds. So you have got a considerable amount of diamonds. Again, this was completely, we didn't put anything into it. None of the diamonds came from anything we put in here. Those are just diamonds we accumulated over the last couple weeks between going through the bounty board, between going through the arcane labyrinth, everything that we get daily, especially with some of the events that we had going on, the accumulation of diamonds. So why am I building Helius? So Helius is a really strong buffing hero. We've seen Helius actually doing very well when it comes to a couple different aspects, including the Twisted Realm. We've also seen him within the Cursed Realm. We've seen him within the Abyssal Expedition. We've seen him in the hunting fields. Helius is a very strong buffer. I'm not sure if Sheen Evil, I think Sheen Evil has already built Helius, but ultimately I'm falling behind within the Cursed Realm because this is a hero I do not possess, and I don't have really anyone to put in place of him to really build it out. So looking at my current heroes that Xena wants to see, we have most of the core heroes. I know Zafriel and really Helius were the two that we were focused on. A lot of the other ones were adding stars on, but ultimately looking in there, that really short of Zafriel would be the only hero that I'd probably build. But ultimately, I don't use him. I don't use him. I don't do the PvP. What's going on, Brian? Chris is here as well. What do you think of Yuli and if no progression packs are available? Yeah, I think it's okay. And look at that, guys. Right off the bat, a new subscriber. How me no worrying. Very cool. Thank you for the sub. But you have other better options of the campaign. So within the campaign, guys, we have pretty much 7 set teams. Even looking here at the build, we know we're building out Zorath, which we already have. We have Mortis here. Most of the heroes we have built, most of the heroes to make progression, we have built. Most of them have plus 30 signature items. So, I mean, short of looking even here, we have a majority of the heroes built. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, a lot of places, especially within a couple places, which we see Helius in every formation when it comes to the Cursed Realm. I am much further back behind with this because I don't have Helius, but a lot of these formations do utilize him. And the other one that I considered was Frampton. Frampton was another hero that I've seen in a lot of different formations, but even right there's Helius. They were really the two that I was looking at and considering. But ultimately, Frampton is just going to replace Lucretia. So if I'm building him, it would be kind of just a swap for a swap, essentially, because we still have our 5 core teams, which works really well. Just continuing to build out these heroes, again, with the buff and within the Twisted Realm, it was kind of either Helios or it was Frampton. I do like him from the support aspect, especially looking at some of the builds that we've done. Don't like the Awakened Hero Summon system, and I don't like it a lot and should have the option of using diamonds. Yes, now we have talked about that a ton, Sheen Evil. They've actually talked about it with Lilith about making the option. So not using your Stargazer here, but actually having the option of utilizing gems first. I think that's going to be something that is coming coming up in a future patch, Sheen Evil. Again, we talk to the developers. We have our own content creator Discord and stuff like that. It's actually been mentioned quite a few times about allowing us to just use diamonds in here versus using the Stargazing cards, which again will work very well. We need something like that. Can Frampton be a second Lucretia? Definitely. So Frampton can be a second Lucretia. That's really one of the heroes that a lot of players have replaced. So essentially, they have placed Frampton within the formations to replace Lucretia. But again, that allows Lucretia to go to another formation. But essentially, you're swapping heroes for heroes. I know Frampton seems pretty powerful, and I know he's going to be a good build. But ultimately, just like I said, you're swapping heroes for heroes at this point, which is the same thing that we see with the Awakened Tailene. So with the Awakened Tailene and a lot of formations, you're swapping hero for hero within the formations, just that easy. So essentially, instead of having another tank in there, instead of having an immunity tank, a lot of players are building out the Awakened Tailene and just replacing a current tank they have, which is really what I look at with AFK Arena, is what works in the formations, because these are even the 5 formations I have set for today. We have all the heroes here. They're ascended. They have stars. They have signature items. Even straying from this formation, we might have 1 or 2 heroes out there that we could ultimately swap. Using Frampton in the 5 pool and giving Lucretia to another team. Yep, and that's it, Sheen Evil. So honestly, swapping team for team, I don't look to crush the campaign. I'm not looking, to go 250 level deficiencies. I don't find value in the campaign, especially where we're at right now. You don't even get that many more rewards coming out of here when you look at the rewards from pushing the campaign. Again, I find kind of little benefit in there. So guys, it's going to be Helius. We voted. It was good. Yeah, might be Zorath. A lot of people have said different heroes within the campaign, which it's kind of just a wait and see. So we got a lot of scrolls. Guys, if you haven't used some of our current codes, there are really a lot of codes out there right now. I'm not sure how many have expired, but Lilith has been dropping some pretty good codes. So here, guys, also if I build Helius, remember a lot of the players on the friends list, which we've been cleaning up, can go ahead and borrow him. So once I do have him built up a little bit, at least I have him at Elite Plus. I can utilize him, but we can build him. So in the past couple weeks, we got 18 Elite Hero Stones. Boom. Hopefully we get someone good. So not too bad. We got Tailene in there. We got Lucretia in there. So we got another copy. I think that might add another star to her. So awesome. We did get a pickup there. Brutus, I believe, is maxed. So quite a bit of food, but ultimately pretty cool. Pretty good pull there with our stones. And let's see, again, I believe we have some heroes. So we have, again, very nice. Lucy getting a 2nd star. Because she has the engraving, this not only adds stats, it also adds another ability because of her engraving level. Zorath, we finally got to the point of adding a star. I'm just going to continue him, but I need furniture on him. If you guys haven't seen, I absolutely need furniture on him. Most of you know Zorath, if he does not have that 3 of 9 furniture, he is not really effective at all, which is the reason we really do need to build out some of his furniture. Still have K-Sauce here. Remember, we were building up a little bit of Thisu, which we don't have the reset yet, but everybody else in here short of a star is built. We have everyone else that is pretty built in here. Celestials and Hypogeans, just a couple more to do in there. But I'm hoping with the summons today, we can knock out a couple of those. Yeah, we don't know who is going to be the next Awakened hero. It's going to be interesting to see what it is. And yep, a lot of the bigger clans, a lot of the players, if you've even seen the guide that we came out from in season, Helius is pretty good. It's a pretty solid hero to go ahead and build. So in here, I'm going to go for a star. So we're actually going to swap this for the regular heroes. But again, open for some copies. I'd love some Celestials, Hypogeans. I'd love to unlock Tailene. I think that would be pretty cool, even to get a little bit of loot out of there, because the unlock, I believe, gives you Stargazer cards, which is awesome. Thanks to this, I can use Lucretia in another team, like the 5 pull to stop Thorn Cheese. And thanks, I don't have so many. Yeah, I've looked at a couple. Guys, we got a double right there. It is Brutus and a star. Very nice. I'm hoping to build a star out at least a little bit with the free pulls that we have in here, the companion points and the faction scrolls, which would be awesome. What's going on, Raina? It makes me upset that the prize of Voyage of Wonder is not Stargazer cards, but the new Awaken. Catch Cat, it's coming every now and then, and we didn't know how they were going to really introduce this system. With it being relatively new, we have to see exactly how they're going to build it out and how it's going to work. I would like to see you can use your Emblems of Time for just the Stargazer if you want to. I think it would be pretty cool as well. So just a couple more rare heroes. So overall, not too bad with the summons. We have 7 more here, which again, looking for a couple copies of a star. But we have 100 common scrolls already. And another double pull, guys. Mishka and Granite, very nice. I do not believe either of those we have at 5 stars. So that will definitely be a good benefit there to build out both of those heroes, continuing to add stars. Doing well, Shane. How are you? How are things in AFK Arena? I don't play anymore. Sadly, stopped playing it 3 months ago. Ultimately, guys, in AFK Arena, just like a lot of games, in my opinion, it is what it is. There we go, guys. Another card, which is Sylvana. Honestly, you know, they're going to change a lot of stuff in there. You're going to see a lot of changes. And another new subscriber, guys. Lewis subscribed. Thank you for the sub. Like I was saying, when it comes to the engraving, it's going to take a significant amount of time. You're going to have a ton of time before you have heroes engraved. I'm okay with it. You're going to have a ton of times before you have your heroes, you know, maxed out. It's going to take time. It's going to take a ton of time to get Awakened Taylene. I'm not going to focus on her. I'm saving all the cards. Even if the next hero, Awakened hero we get sucks, I can always go back and pick up Taylene. Ultimately, I want enough cards to build the hero, and there's another copy of Mishka. I want enough cards to build the hero versus just getting 1 or 2 copies of the hero and then kind of having to leave them at that. Copy of Thisu. And Raigu, another subscriber, guys. That's already 3 today. We are on fire when we're only 12 minutes into the stream. And another elite. Look at it, Taylene. There she is, guys. A free copy, which can save 60 to 70 cards, which is awesome. Javid hates when I collect the diamonds, but I love collecting the diamonds. There she is, guys. So from the pull, almost at the end, again, the Awakened heroes. Yeah, I like the new hero, Sheen Evil. They could have just named her something else or even build her. Thisu, we definitely need more copies, but we got Taylene, guys. There she is. Awesome to see, to get out of there, which is awesome. Yeah, like I said, guys, the AFK Arena is what it is. It's honestly, just take the game with a grain of salt. A lot of cool stuff comes down the road. A lot of crappy stuff comes down the road. And that's exactly what it is. You know, you'll have some heroes you hate if they're releasing too many heroes, if the frequency is too high. I've really picked and choose who I build. You know, there are some heroes that I haven't built. There are some that I'm definitely going to build and going to max out. Again, I really do just kind of take it with a grain of salt because of the heroes we have. So looking here, though, guys, we got a couple more heroes, which is awesome to see. So that actually gives us another star for Brutus. Still continuing to build him out. That actually gives us another copy of Thisu. And I think we have some food already down here, which we do. Awesome. Thisu is still within the heroic ship, so we could still build him out. And then, of course, a star, the exact same. I know we have copies for Mishka, but I think Pippa's already maxed out as well. So again, just adding more and more stars to these. Let me see, I think Pippa is maxed out, which she is. So I can actually use this copy of Pippa. And then we'll use the copy of Arden right here, giving us a legendary, a star. Which again, building these heroes out, guys, not only do we get a lot of rewards out of the ship, because I think that also gives us Stargazing cards. It'll be smart to pull 1 Mortis before Helius because he needs 1 more to be ascended. Oh, yeah, let me check that. There we go, guys. 10 more free Stargazer cards. Love that. Again, some more cards right there for a star. Twisted Essence, definitely a big priority. Then, of course, Thisu, we get a little bit more and some more gear. Almost got some emblems in there. We definitely have enough food. We should be able to get him built here. And then before he leaves, what do we got? 13 days. So we got 2 weeks to build him, which we could definitely do. 1,000 days logged in. That is awesome. Yeah, and that's Alfredus. that's my thought. It is the game's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be for everyone. You know, it's not going to fit. There's going to be things you like in it. There's going to be things where a lot of players don't like. We're on 506 already, guys, making a ton of progression. So Mortis, we need one more. We have one. No, I think Mortis, we need 3 more. I only have 1 right here. So I still need 3 more because I need the other Elite Plus to go ahead and build them up. So we need 3 on there. If I needed 1 more for Mortis, I'd consider it. But unfortunately, we need more than that. I need a couple more. And Leah Frick's another one that we haven't built. Super cool to see the new Tailene, guys. I'm happy to see it. Yeah, I don't want the next hero to be Lucretia. I do not want the next Awakened hero. I want the Awakening system to be for heroes we don't use. I don't want to see them just go through and duplicate a bunch of the meta heroes. And Lilith has always shared it, and what they said is they're not going to rework most of the meta heroes. Now, most of you do know with Tailene, she has dropped far out of the meta. She's not even used in any formations. Even if you look at, you know, AFK Arena, Helper, she's nowhere in there to be found. So when you look at heroes like Lucretia, you know, when you look at the heroes that are very strong meta, I really hope they do not build these. I want to see the heroes in here like Baden that we don't utilize, like Kaz, like Almas. I would love to see them awaken. Heroes like K-Sauce. Again, I would like to see the entire Lightbearer faction. And another new subscriber, guys, not even going to butcher that pronunciation. But yeah, Awaken Brutus, Awaken Baden. Some of the heroes that we don't usually see anymore, I would like to see copies of. I think it'd be really cool. I think it would be really cool to see some of the heroes that are awakened with a lot of additional talents, like Kaz, instead of just a bunch of meta heroes we already have. What's going on, Jaden? Yeah, Awaken Brutus. Again, Awaken Kaz. There we go. There's a copy of Respin. Using these for a star. A star is really the one that we're looking for in here. If we get copies of Raku, definitely use Raku as well. Used within the Twisted Realm, which there's a copy of Raku. Very nice. Can't wait to see you stream Alluvium. Yes, it's coming. It's coming pretty soon. Awakened Walker. I knew that one was coming as well, but double copies of Raku. Very nice. Even though it's not a star, I will take copies of Raku, guys. I love him. I'm actually using him right now within the Twisted Realm because we're fighting Dark Arden. Is Frampton worth building after Alna and Lucretia? Honestly, a lot of players that have built Frampton have said yes. I know Sheen Evil, really trust the judgment there. Sheen Evil has built Frampton, and Frampton's been working pretty well. In our final elite here, guys, which is Ogi. Get a copy of Ogi there, but we do get another card on the table. Boom, hopefully it's a star. It is Raku. Like I said, I will definitely take copies of Raku because he is not built out right now. And then in here, again, we're going to go with Helius. Helius was the one that we're looking for. So I'm hoping with the cards we have here, I'm hoping with the diamonds we have here, we can get only from the basic faction Awakening Heroes gain as the same as Tailene now. I don't know, Sheen Evil. That's too early. They haven't said anything. So I don't know exactly what it's going to mean. So there we go, guys. There is Helius. So let's see if we can pull a couple copies. Temple of Time, I already have 142 cards. Again, we're just saving these cards, guys. I'm going to wait again until we see the new hero. So I want to see the next Awakened hero before I choose if 1, I'm going to build Tailene, or 2, if I'm going to build out the new hero. That's really what I want to wait. Again, we're going to save these. We're going to accumulate the cards every day. Now, with the schedule, they said the Awakened heroes are going to come a lot longer. So we're going to have a lot more time between the Awakened heroes is what they said. It's not going to be the 2-week schedule. So they might do an Awakened hero every month because ultimately they are much more difficult to get. But let's see, guys, if we can pull some copies of Helius. I'm hoping for a couple. I would love to see the diamonds out of here. The diamonds out of here would be pretty cool to see. So pull number 1 gives us Helius, guys. There he is. That will take him to Elite Plus, meaning at Elite Plus, I can use him within the Abyssal Expedition, which is awesome. Love seeing the first one. We got a copy of Helius. Pull number 2 gives us another copy of Helius. That is awesome, guys. Look at that. 2 just like that. Who should I bring to 60 engraving between Ulna, Raku, Oden, and Saurus? Out of those guys, Raku, Oden, and Ulna are really good. Raku is utilized in a couple different formations. Ulna works without it, which I love. Can you give me some formations for Frampton? Sheen Evil, do you have any Frampton formations? I don't have Frampton. I don't even have Frampton unlocked. But guys, we are 2 for 2 with the Helius pulls. That's the reason why we love to stream it, guys, because we get lucky with the pulls in here, which is awesome to see. Pull number 3, gonna say if it's gonna be Helius again, I think I'd probably lose my mind. All right, so we got quite a few diamonds in here. I'm hoping to get to 30,000 diamonds. We haven't seen it in a while. A couple more cards, got a light bearer one there. A little bit more resources, 33,000 left. Hey, double Helius! That's already 4, guys. That is 4 copies of Helius. Look at that. Double copies on a pull. Wow. That is awesome. 2 Helius is nice. Double Helius, even sweeter. That is awesome. That is worth the 30,000 diamonds, guys. A little bit more resources right there. So that's already 4 copies of Helius, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. All right, some more resources. Very nice. Couple more resources. Last pull here, guys. Boom, which is just double cards. So that's 4, guys. That is 4 copies of Helius. Very nice. I definitely like to see it. But that gives me, look at that. Double copies of Raku. We have Respin. We have double copies of Helius right there. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome to be able to build up the heroes. And again, guys, for most of them, we are running out of a lot of heroes to build. I mean, this even takes Respin up to 5 stars. So Respin's max out. We're actually adding double stars to Raku, which is going to make a really big difference, especially when we start engraving him. And then out of here, again, we got double Helius, which is awesome. So taking him to legendary already, just like that. That was wow. I've gotten a couple doubles from the Stargazer. And if you guys are unaware, after talking with Javid, next Sunday, guys, I just want to go ahead and plug it. Next Sunday, we are going to use his 1,000,000 diamonds for Stargazing. So we saved up quite a few cards with the Stargazer and with the time emblems, but we are going to Stargaze with those million diamonds, guys. He has well over 1 million, almost 1.1 million diamonds. We are going to use those to summon. We're going to use them all in the stream next week, which is awesome. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I don't think Javid can make it today. That's why we kind of delayed it. But ultimately, we are going to next week utilize all of those diamonds. So here again, we have 3 heroes. It's just putting food in here. I mean, that's really what it is with all these factions. And again, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with the factions, because it's going to get to a point where if they're not releasing new heroes and it is only awakened heroes, we're going to run out of heroes to build. Essentially, we are going to, it's going to be the same. It's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time that we stream every single Sunday, guys. That way we can stay consistent with the streams. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to drop him in here. We're going to do 1 pull. I need some more copies of a star. I want to build her out. That way we can get some copies of her. So I'm just going to do 1 summon, and that's 1 closer to getting another copy, which is what I wanted to do. So within here, I'm not sure if we have enough for any of our barracks tokens. See, they're already all sold out. Labyrinth Store, again, is pretty much all sold out. Still gaining levels on there. Waiting for more copies of Zolrath out of there, which is awesome. We add a couple more, 2 more levels to the tree at 129 right now, making a lot of progression within the Elder Tree. Oh, thank you, MD. Frampton is useless for bosses. Yeah, it seems like a lot of it, it's the same time, Xena. The same exact time. All right, so the Oak Inn, guys, 62,000. We did drop Helius in here, so we have Helius. Ultimately, we're going to build out Zolrath to a minimum 3 furniture. We need to get a couple more copies for him. The rest of these, we're just shooting for those 9 of 9 furnitures to continue to build those out. Yeah, Frampton's not a boss hero, which is going to be interesting when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition. We have 1 card on the table, guys. I'm hoping we can get lucky again with some copies for Zolrath, which there's a copy for Leonardo. He's a hero that I've really kind of, I guess, really discounted through the time that we've been able to pick him up because I haven't had him built until now. Another piece for Rose. What's going on? Now over GT. I got my star 2-star E60. Sadly, no furniture. And Dep's another brand new subscriber. I believe that's 5 already, guys. 5 new subscribers to the channel. Thank you, guys. That is awesome. Another copy for Leonardo. If you guys don't know, Leonardo's 9 of 9 furniture is super powerful because of the damage. Zolrath. There it is, guys. Another piece for Zolrath, which is awesome. I want to spend some on the game. Now over, the first priority that you should do is the Climbers Pack or the Advancement Rewards. If you're looking to put any money into this game, guys, they give you 45,000 diamonds, which are the biggest return that you're going to find in AFK Arena. In a double, we got Kelthar and we got Rose. Let me see, because I think they're pretty close to being built. I want to make sure that we're not overbuilding any of these heroes in here. But like I said, the advancement reward, definitely worth it to get. The advancement reward of the Climbers Pack, I believe they're all the same with 45,000 diamonds now over, which is the one that you should definitely build. Well, both of them you should build, but it is going to be the ones that you want to focus on. It's the best return. Zolrath again, guys. That gives us 3 of 9 just like that. That is what I was looking for today, because Zolrath, again, without that 3 of 9 furniture, really doesn't do very well. Another piece for Kelthar. Remember, we use him in the Thorn Cheese as well as a couple other places. And I'm hoping we can pull one more for Rose would be nice, which there's another copy for Leonardo. And he's another hero that is very, very close to being maxed out, which is awesome. We've been utilizing him in the Eins formation and a couple other ones. There is one for Morrow. I believe that is Morrow's first. And it's amazing how many resources you get out of, just the course of a couple weeks. Like I said, I think it's been 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Might be 3 weeks since we did our stream. There we go, guys. Zolrath with that 3 of 9. But ultimately, within those last 3 weeks, guys, got 64, I think it was 64,000 in here. So Zolrath, we got to 3, which is awesome. So Rose, we're going to build out. That way we can actually drop her out of this list. So Rose, so that gives Rose the 9 of 9, which will allow us to drop her out of there. I'm going to do the same with Leonardo. Since we still have 2 more cards, he's at 7. Because he's another hero that we do utilize in a couple different places. But it'll give 2 more heroes that are completely maxed out. So we're getting a lot of them done. I'm excited to see a lot of them done. But that way we can drop in Helius and we can drop in a couple more. Or I think Helius was already in there. But we can drop out both of them. We can drop in Frampton because we know eventually we're going to build Frampton. Let me see who else we got here. And Suddy, another new subscriber, guys. That is 6, which is awesome. I've also started Helios at the moment. He's Mythic plus 20, already super strong. Now, that's what a lot of people have said, Razor, is that Helios is really strong. In addition, Helios is worth the engraving. I don't know if a lot of players here have Helios engraved, or if anyone does, please let me know. Rosalind's furniture doesn't need to be maxed, but in different situations, Geeky, where you use her, it can be beneficial. We've seen it where it can be pretty beneficial. So I'm going to put a Helios in here. I thought about Taylene, but I'm still kind of on the fence because I don't know if we're going to build her. You know what? I'll drop Mahira in here. Big reason for this is with Mahira, similar to Frampton, Mahira is a hero that we use with a lot of different formations. We do use her with the Charmazar formation. So making her stronger just by putting furniture on her is beneficial. I mean, honestly, utilizing the hero, build the heroes within the wish list that are 1 in the metacomps, 2 that are utilized. There's no reason to really buy or build any of the heroes in here that you're not using on a regular basis. So if you're not using the heroes, again, there's not, to me, a super big push to building out those heroes. So there we go. There's a second piece for Morrow, guys. So very cool. He went to 2 of 9. If I'm going to be stuck with the light bearers, which I believe I'm going to be within the hunting fields, definitely using Morrow. What's going on, Niles? I'd max Rose to 9. Yeah, should be pretty good. Yeah, I thought about Albedo too. Albedo we could definitely build. I think she's at 3 of 9. I know her 9 of 9 does pretty well. 80% of damage caused just gives her health, which a lot of times if she doesn't have health or if she's at full health is not really going to make a difference. But we can go through, guys. We can ask a lot of questions, answer a lot of questions. If you do have them, pop them in chat. We'll do a little bit in the campaign. Guys, I set all these formations like I always do. We set them with signature items and everything. And my YouTube report, my YT report, another new subscriber, guys. That's what, 8? Which is insane. So we're just going to let these go. Most of the battles in here take 5 to 7 minutes is roughly. We're pretty high on the level deficiency. We're pretty close. Again, we only stream. We only make progression in here when we stream. So within these battles, this is only going to be stream. So everything you see in here, again, is when we're streaming, guys. I do not push progression when I'm offline. Look at that, 1.79 billion, or when we're not streaming. What's going on, Madi? Also, fun fact, if you have regular Tailene at Ascended, you should be able to summon Awakened Tailene and Stargazer. Yes, you can. You'll be able to summon her once she's Ascended, I believe you can do it. So this one, interesting combination with Joker. Joker's a hero that I really don't use a lot, but you can see in the formation how it does work because of the Prince of Persia with the stun effects that they have. It works pretty well. I mean, I've used them a couple times. I'm free to play, but almost endgame built Tailene, all no Lucretia twins Ascended. You think it's smart to start building Awakened Tailene? Marius, honestly, for everyone, I would save the cards. So right now, I know a lot of people and a lot of comments that I've gotten on the channel is, should you build Awakened Tailene? Honestly, I would wait with the cards. So if you're approaching endgame, the chances are if you summon for Tailene right now, you're not going to get enough copies at endgame to have her efficient. Even in chapter 31, if I have 1 copy of Tailene at legendary, even if I build her to legendary plus, even if I build her to mythic, chances are, Marius, I am not going to be able to use her because of the build. You have to have her built up to a certain point to unlock all of her talents. So I would sit and save my cards, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Just saving the cards that I have, because essentially, if I have enough cards, if they drop the next hero, the next awakened hero, and I'm not super impressed with the new hero, I might go back and I might build Tailene. I'll have the cards, but if the next awakened hero is a lot stronger than Tailene, if the next awakened hero works a lot better than Tailene, we have yet to see. That's the reason. And happy birthday to Madi. Happy birthday, man. Indeed. Like I said, I would save the cards just to see what's coming, because essentially, yep, you have 116 cards in chapter 38. Chances are you might get, 2 copies, which right there we got Flora down on that one. Chances are you might get 1 copy, 2. Even if you're lucky, you get 3 or 4. So now you're sitting on a legendary plus Tailene, or legendary plus awakened Tailene. It's not strong enough to utilize them. You're not going to use that Tailene within a formation because she's not strong enough. Essentially, at that point, you're just going to sit on the awakened Tailene without utilizing it. And this one, I know it is the Thorn Cheese. We know these combinations do work. It just does take RNG, which I know we've had a couple times before. But ultimately, Flora's down on that one. Might get it. That was pretty close. Yeah, if you already have her Ascended, absolutely, that is awesome. Khazard is my favorite hero. He's Ascended before Lucretia. Yeah, Khazard does well, but Khazard's a hero that supports other heroes. Khazard does have, some pretty solid crowd control, things of that nature. but Khazard ultimately is just, a hero that supports other heroes is what we see. The question is whether you need Awakened Tailene for something. If you're free to play, it's best to make a hero that you need for a campaign. Yeah, exactly. So just like what Sheen Evil said there, do you need the Awakened Tailene? Are you pushing the Cursed Realm for the max what it is? For most players, probably not. Most players, again, you're not going to utilize the Awakened Tailene. You're not far enough to actually see the utilization effect or really the need for it. See, in there, we almost took her down too. What makes Helius so strong? Because at first glance, he looks okay, but he seems... So Helius is a hero that is just a major buffer. So a lot of combinations that we've seen Helius in just brings the buffing aspect, the shielding aspect. Also, when his cubes go on other targets, I believe he does buff attack rating. So for a lot of things outside of the campaign, he's used in a lot of places where, you see Mortis, where you see a lot of different hero utilization that he works. He works in a bunch of different formations to make strong heroes stronger. It is essentially. But you should be able to use her in guild trials. Every hero is maxed out there, if I'm not mistaken. In the guild trials, yes, they are maxed out. Also, I really don't like how all of our skills are tied to things. Yeah, that was the big thing that I didn't like, was how all of the Awakened Tailene skills are based on building. That was the thing I didn't like, is everything was just based on her being built. So this one, if we can take some good damage, so yeah, it does require her to be built up quite a bit. I'm doing no Thorn Cheese challenge. Yeah, a lot of players, I'm not sure if you're the one over on YouTube, but a lot of players do the no Thorn Cheese challenge. So they actually drop out Thorin and go with different comps, which, we can do Ainz. A lot of players have been going back and forth. I know we already used Albedo in another formation though, but there are a couple heroes within here that a lot of players utilize that work pretty well. And I'm wondering, Ezio, see, I don't think it's going to work in here. I don't like the formation because of Flora, guys. The Flora formations are super tough, which is the reason why most players do the Thorn Cheese, because Flora is kind of hard to bring down on her own. And a lot of times that retaliation ability that Thorin does works very well. Helius E60, I've heard, is like a miner's. Yes. So he gets a lot of, I believe the miner's Duracall, he gets a lot of energy from that plus 60 engraving. That's why, again, with in-season tier list, things of that nature, he said, really keep an eye on Helius. A lot of players are utilizing Helius in different formations. It's working. Should I skip Mythic Mahira and ascend Helius? I feel like he's more useful now than a squishy. So the big thing, MD, with Mahira is Mahira is a hero, even right here, that she is not reliant on being built. So that's really the big thing, is Mahira is a hero that is not, not required to be super stacked or super built. Mahira will still work very well, even at just Mythic, because the only thing that you're reliant on is her ability to mesmerize. It's not so much with her doing the damage, it's about the enemies doing the damage themselves with that mesmerize ability. Use Thane instead. Thane I don't have built. Thane I haven't built. I know a lot of people have used Thane as well. What's going on, Antonio? Hola, peeps. From where are you from, Antonio? Antonio makes me think of Texas, but Aloha makes me think of Hawaii. So it's an interesting combination right there. And again, guys, the Thorn Cheese effect, I know it takes a while. I'm going to have to work on some formations that are not utilizing the Thorn Cheese. But against Flora, I do not. You're the only Thorn Cheese player I know. Yeah, a lot of it, we've made it work. I actually tested this out this morning. And the Thorn Cheese, we actually got it to work a couple times this morning before we did the live stream, just to see exactly how difficult it would be. And we actually did this a couple times. that it worked pretty well. Without Thorn, you can push the campaign. I'd say around 140, 150 Razor is where we've kind of seen it. Let me look at AFK Helper. And again, I like to look on here to see what team comps don't use the Thorn Cheese. So a lot of these that you look, even when you're going through here, most of them utilize the Thorn Cheese. Honestly, to look through most of these, the Thorn Cheese is utilized in one places, or it's utilized, in multiple formations within here. Because yeah, even here they use Brutus and Mortis. We could try that. And again, looking at some of the formations. So winning formation in here, again, looking over here, was running this combination. So again, a pretty interesting combination. And it ran Ainz with Merlin and then Mortis, which that's a pretty interesting formation. And again, just utilizing some of the formations that other players use. This is one of the formations. That was a winning formation around my level. I really think if we get to the point of bringing down Flora, I don't think it's going to be super difficult, which if Mortis dies out in 2 seconds, that's not going to work at all. But if Mortis dies on the pull, again, that's not going to, even with the damage mitigation, I mean, he's just literally dying on the pull from Hawaii. That's what I thought, Antonio. I thought it was, I thought it was Hawaii. That's exactly what I thought. I believe Levi's from Hawaii as well. Thorn is more consistent than Lucretia later chapters. Lucretia is so annoying. Yeah, I mean, the combinations that I utilize Lucretia in have worked really well. I haven't really had many problems, which again, we're going to have to swap this out because there's no point in just leaving literally Mortis in here to die. And I'm hoping we can get Rose to live a minute, which we did. Because again, there's no point in Mortis if he's going to die the moment that it's pulled. Love seeing the stream. Always turn out to be very interesting, knowledgeable. Oh, you're welcome, Marcus. Yeah, I love doing the streams. Like I've said before, guys, there's no one else that I can really talk to about AFK Arena. So it's always fun to sit here. What's my background? I actually spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. So years ago in the military, got into finance. I'm in finance right now, which is awesome. Absolutely love it. Have a master's degree in finance. Started doing YouTube 2 years ago and always had a lot of fun with it. A lot of players that I talked to recommended that I make content, that I do YouTube. Once I started doing it, absolutely loved it. Just such a very cool, unique thing to do, and it's fun. It's a ton of fun, honestly. At level 200 deficiency, 3716. Yeah, that's pretty good. Apparently, you can take this one a great assault. If you combine Zolrath at 3 of 9 furniture with Tassie, should be able to keep Flora on the ground. Well, let me try that, because I think we got Zolrath. Let me put Zolrath in here, and then with Tassie. Let's see, where's Tassie? See, most of them we do have maxed out. So let's see if we can, so we should be able to keep Flora on the ground, which I'm not sure if there's a trick to it. Because I know the delay with Zolrath. And I know if Flora's in the front row, we can keep her down, but I don't know about the back row. Because we've actually seen that a couple times, that if Flora's in this front row, you can use Yukio, I think you can use Estrilda to actually keep her down, which is pretty strong. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to work in here. Flora just does so much damage. It's incredible the amount of damage that Flora does. It honestly is kind of crazy. The amount of damage. Brutus, of course, is just the cheese because he has the immunity. Yeah, we used Albedo in another formation. This was going to be the Thorn Cheese formation. I think if we can get a double alt, we just got to be able to Get them down. Does Yukio hit Flora in the air? No, Yukio does not. Yukio would actually stop her from flying. Again, if she was in those front positions, it does keep her from flying. So it's pretty interesting with that one to keep her actually from flying. It does work. See, a lot of people do use Aziz in here as well because of the energy regeneration. So I know he dies pretty quick there, but essentially the whole entire team is getting more energy, which can ultimately lead to faster ults. Because there's 50 energy, which again is from Aziz, but it always changes up the formation. So I like the core formation. I feel like maybe we need... I wonder if we did Mortis in here. But again, it's not going to help with the damage mitigation. Is my thought in a hero like Taylene. Old Taylene, not utilized. She'll die right off here, but... Put Ainz in spot 5. So put Ainz in the bottom. We could put Ainz in the bottom. But yeah, I like the Merlin combination. He's just such a... The Merlin-Arthur combination always seems to work pretty well. If we could get some crowd control in here. Zolrath and Athalia on a position to keep Flora on the ground. Will Zolrath and Athalia work? There's a... That's a pretty good combination. I love using... I should actually put Leonardo in the middle. If we can get that ultimate ability off. He actually works well. If you guys have seen with the cannon, it actually works pretty well in here. Because the cannon does that AoE stun that we just seen. Yeah, Ainz down in spot 5. Because Ainz doesn't get pulled. But even there, guys, it takes so much damage. It's just kind of crazy. Let's get the Brutus in here. Wondering just the immunity. That way we have Arthur not taking so much damage. Athalia needs the call. Thorn second also Flora does more damage on. Yeah. Why mid-game player rarely use heroes? So the big thing, RPG Master, is when you start getting further into the campaign and you start getting into level deficiencies, the crowd control is really what wins the game. Tanks are not utilized as much, and healers are not utilized as much within AFK Arena. It's more about the ability to lock down all of your opponents is what most players look at. If you can crowd control everyone that's on the enemy team, eventually you'll win. And that's really the big thing is if you can get to that point, if you can get to, crowd controlling everyone, you'll win the battle. It's just plain and simple. Change teams with Flora and yeah, it's hard with this combination of heroes too. Which again, we could go. A lot of players do also do the cheese and do it manually. So once we see the first ult, a lot of times you can get the first ult off because everyone else is dead at that point. See, even there, the second one's not going to be able to get it. So annoying that the enemy heroes in the campaign are so much more powerful than yours. Had Rose beat my 1-star E3 Lucid. Yeah, it is kind of the cheese. But again, when you start getting into higher level deficiencies, the enemies have to get stronger. Or there's not going to be really any need to go through there. I wonder in here, because he's even dying out, where we've used Kelthar in the past. And he is one of my favorite heroes. He's just such a very cool hero, which again, that's going to change though where the heroes are positioned. But I like the fact of when he dies, that he's still alive. But I don't think swapping it up, we'll have to remake the formation and everything. But Kelthar is a pretty cool hero. A Scion Storm YouTube channel which showcased the new gacha games got hacked. Russian hackers. That sucks. I've actually heard quite a bit lately. If you guys have seen the other channel with Alluvium, if you've seen after the new year, guys, a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of hacks in a lot of different places. It seems like it's been just kind of crazy lately with the amount of uncertainty that's kind of everywhere. Oh, thank you, Glenn. Works, you need to put Duro's call on Athalia and position her on Flora's position. Also needs Zolrath. Okay, yeah, we can definitely try that. So we'll swap out. We need Athalia. I believe, let me actually swap. I think we have this formation. And this formation had Zolrath as well. So if we're doing Athalia right here, Athalia needs the call, which we'll go ahead and we'll drop the call on Athalia, or let's say Damon. So Athalia maxed out. We don't have the rest of our furniture, but that's okay. Zolrath is in there as well. We have Mahira, we have Khazard, which I'm not too worried if he dies. Same with Rowan. Let's see if we can keep her on the ground. There we go. So Flora is on the ground. Oh, but she took off. That's pretty funny. So you can, there we go, guys. So using the call, you can keep Flora on the ground. But she took off. Right as soon as I think Athalia went down. We're going to have to see what the rest of this formation is going to look like. So Cosmic Power, there we go. So we can stun lock her before she goes, but we're going to have to keep the rest of the team alive. Who else do you recommend in here? Cosmic Powered, let me know. Let me know who else we should put in here to try to keep this alive, because once Flora takes off, it's really for naught. It's going to be just locked down again at that point. But I wonder if we could even cheese it with like a Merlin in here. And then I was thinking like this. Yeah, that's what I was kind of considering, if we could do something like this. But if they're going to die from Ninja Turtle power. That's even with damage mitigation. So coming out, we know we're getting damage mitigation right there. Still, the pull is strong enough to kill Ainz at a maxed out. Hey, what's going on? Wonderful Fluffy Maid, another new subscriber. I believe that is 9 or 10. Ainz Albedo, Portal Party. Yeah, we could go that way. If we know we could do, I think we have Oden. We have Oden. Oden was used in the other ones. Zyra we could actually use. Hodgkin we have in here. Damon we have in here. So we do have quite a few heroes. In here, I mean, looking at the lineup, we have a couple pretty strong heroes that we could utilize. Yeah, so we got it to work. So Thorin, Flora, Pippa, Rain, and Lorzen. You need to take off. Yeah, Thorin's pretty much naked. He has no armor. He has no boots. This is the common build we did with him. I know we could do the crit if you put the eye on him, but ultimately that's what we have him built at. So he's built down a little bit. See, Mishka is pretty good if we can get her to do some of her ults. But yeah, that's what I was thinking was the Mahira. That's what we had out there was Mahira in here as well. I think we put Rowan in here. This was the one that we had. So kind of a sub keep Flora on the ground. What's going on? Mattis, we got another subscriber. I think we're almost to 10. Yeah, All Negrez. Yeah, we had. Did we utilize All Negrez? We did utilize All Negrez. So All Negrez is already used as well. Again, some of these formations. But I like being able to keep Alna or Flora on the ground, but you can see, guys, that once that stun is gone, I don't think my Alna is strong enough to kill her. I mean, I know we don't have the furniture, but we still do have the plus 30 engraving. But even looking at her health there, we're not even touching her. I mean, literally, we're not even close enough to doing any damage on there. which Rowan survived that one. The God comp without... Yeah, doing the God comp without Mahira. Which again, I don't think they're going to survive. I don't think there's going to... Because even if we did Aziz in here... Oh, I got a little bit of stun there. We had the new Taylene, it would have been done. Yeah, we got Thorn with the call. We could do the eye for that, the more damage on the retaliation. But like I said, I don't feel like Athalia's doing enough damage. I don't think Athalia is going to get through here, guys. Because even there with the heal, it's not... She's not even taking any damage at all. Let's try Thorn with the eye. We'll take that off Kelthar. Because again, this is a formation we know has worked in the back. Yeah, that's it. It's just, I think it's just going to be the getting the Thorn cheese to work. But it's going to take a little bit. That stage I used Thorn to complete it. Yeah, and that's it, Cosmic Power. That's what, looking at, again, AFK Arena Helper has been all Thorn cheese. It's been this formation with the Thorn cheese. His retaliation ability is so strong. Which again, Rain stayed up for a lot of that. But even changing it up, it seems like we're not getting Thorin, or we're not getting Flora on the ground at all. Yeah, it seems like we're going to have to save that second retaliation. Is what I'm honestly thinking. Because right there, he even got charmed. Because up there, it actually might have been a pretty good one. Use Oden, Pippa, Tassie, Brutus, and a tank of choice. Yeah, a lot of it is just the problem of getting them to live. Yeah, we could use Damon. There's a couple we could use in here that I feel would work pretty well. But a lot of it is still going to be RNG. Morrow I do not have built. He's a hero that we definitely have to build up a little bit. And we always get stuck on these Thorn Cheese stages. This has always been the spot. Because we don't have anyone to damage anything to, once we get her down. Mahira, Rose, Kren, Leica, Rose to Mahira. We could try the Mahira Rose. I mean, we've done, that's kind of the Charmazard. And this is the combination, you know, we've ran this quite a bit before. The Mahira, the Charmazard is essentially what it is. And then in here we could even do Zolrath. And again, this is one that we've seen quite a bit. It does take some time to get down, or same thing. I don't know how it's going to work with Flora, because we're still going to have Flora just destroying us from the top. It's going to be super tough with Flora. What do you think of Treznar? I've seen a couple of people running him with Eins. I don't have him built enough. I don't think I've got him signature item and stuff like that. We built him, but I haven't built him up enough. A lot of people have said with the Eins comp that's exactly that. They were running combinations with Treznar and Eins. Yeah, Thorn Cheese with Athalia and Zolrath. I don't know if that's going to work. I only use Lucretia on these stages. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at this and see exactly, because again, Last time we had Rowan, but I don't see this working because of the damage we're still going to take. Flora is still going to just rain flower fire on us and just destroy us out of here, guys. I think it's going to be reliant on the Thorn Cheese. Might take a lot of attempts, but I think we're going to be able to get it down with this combination. We know this is a combination that works. Again, just going to have to take some serious RNG to get Flora. Thalia instead of Rose and Kren instead of Khazard. Yeah, we can reset and change the teams, but guys, we're right at about an hour. That's usually what we stream for. So unfortunately, we didn't get past 38-8, but we got 4 copies of Helius. So I am super excited to get 4 copies of Helius. That's absolutely crazy to me out of the Stargazer, which is awesome. It was awesome to see. And again, we can try this later. We'll exit out of there, but definitely added some more stars. We maxed out Respin in there. We got stars, double stars actually on Raku. So continuing to build him out, which is awesome. Got copies of stars on Mishka, which is awesome. And then of course, like I said, with Helius, we got double copies of Helius. So now I can actually use him in a couple different places, which is the reason we wanted to build him. He was honestly one of the big reasons we wanted to build him was we needed him in a couple different places. And as you can see, we have a lot of heroes here that we are not really utilizing at this point. We even have a star down here that I want to build as well. Yeah, it's just really RNG at this point with a lot of different formations, guys, to really get through there. So Thorin's gear, we do equip him with the minimum gear. This allows him to take a lot more damage if you take off that chest piece. Same with the boots. If you drop off the helmet, it takes a lot of the mitigation out of here. This is just HP haste. I know it does have physical resistance. And then here, of course, is the attack. But again, physical resistance out of here is very high. Yeah. So again, we'll work on it. We'll figure out the formation. We'll get that one down. I might even go ahead and do it first next time so we do get the RNG factor down. And then we can actually continue from there. Yeah, Thisu, very good. Works well in different teams. They've swapped him a couple. Thisu is a hero that I haven't really focused on building yet. We have him right here. We can get him a little bit higher. I have a lot of heroes that we need to build. Honestly, there are quite a few heroes that we definitely need to build, including Thisu. We have K-Sauce on here. Here we need a couple more copies. Walker is done. Here we got to build a star. And then on here, they are all built at this point, which is awesome. Couple Celestials and Hypogen in there. The helmet gives you damage. I think I just have a Graveborn helmet lying around here. Yeah, gives a little bit more crit, which again, the RNG factor in here, but it adds a lot more defense and dodge. So if we dodge an attack, it's not going to work. Again, I know it's a lot of RNG. What's going on? Woolen, thank you for joining us. Yeah, and that's my thought. Is the Thorn Cheese doesn't work super well because of level deficiency. Ultimately, I'm going to go through, guys. We'll build out a couple formations. Thorin must have E plus 4-star chest. Oh, I've heard it a bunch of different ways. So Thorin must have the E plus 4-star chest. I haven't heard that. So Elite Plus? Like Elite Plus down here? But Elite Plus. Now, yeah, I haven't heard the Elite Plus. There's an Elite Plus. Elite Plus 4-star. Maybe that's that is the secret, guys. Right there. The Elite Plus. We said, yeah, the 7 teams, we have the 5 here. What other ones did we do? We do the Portal Party, which swaps out this one a little bit. I deleted all the formations this morning. What were some? I forget some of the Screg Invade. The Screg Invade team was the other team that we used. Taylor, I'm trying to build out a little bit more because when she gets that furniture, she goes immune. If you guys haven't seen Taylene is absolutely awesome when she goes immune. Granted, we got to build out a little more. Here, we still do have the Raku Party that I don't have built. In this one, we do have also the Kren Party, which Kren I haven't built out with different formations in here. So there's a couple other formations that are kind of meta that a lot of players use, including, again, the Raku and including the Kren. So there's a couple. It gives haste. Enchanted 4 stars. Even here, I mean, if we do Mythic Gear, Enchanted 4-star gives haste. Is that the one he's talking about? The one, where did it go? Thought we literally just took it off him. There it is. Enchanted 4-star. I'm not sure. You can try taking off some of Thorin's furniture. Yeah, we might have to. We might have to change it up a little bit to see. Elite is better than Elite Plus because it doesn't give him physical resistance. Yeah, I'm in love with Ty Lee. I know that's what a lot of players have said. A lot of players that do have her built out, again, with that 9 of 9 furniture. She goes into a frenzy with fatal damage and just kind of burns everyone down. I would definitely like to build her out. Again, we need engraving mats. We need a lot more engraving mats is kind of what we've been waiting for, but we'll see. We got a copy of Ira right there. Or Cecilia and Ullard. And of course, a lot more elite cards out of here. Still saving the rest of our resources, guys. So we'll just, yeah, Speedy Lizard might work. The problem is with Flora. Flora is really hard to deal with. Enchanted 4-star gives damage, not haste, not increased to defense. Yeah, I'm going to have to see. It's not Elite Plus. It's the Zealous plate. And it's just Elite 4-star. Oh, so there's actually the gear down here. So the Zealot's plate. I take it this one, go to 4 stars. Hit point, defense. It still gives defense, though. So I know it does give a little bit of accuracy, but yeah, I mean, a little bit of defense. Don't know if that's going to be a game changer for it. I wouldn't see how. Yeah, we could definitely try the Speedy Lizard. Like I said, guys, we'll get some more of those team comps together and make sure. But guys, next week, again, a really big stream, guys. We're going to use Javid's account. We're going to use his 1 million+ diamonds. He has almost a 1.1 million diamonds on the free-to-play account. So join us next week, guys, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, exact same time as this stream is today. Again, guys, thank you guys for joining me for the stream. We'll definitely make some progression. I actually have quite a few things to do in here, including going through the Misty Valley. I want to clean this out. Misty Valley, guys, it is on repeat. You get an absolute insane amount of loot out of here, including the Poke Coins. But big thing here, Chapter 29, you get a free hero, which is awesome. Make sure, guys, you're going through the Voyage of Wonder, the Peaks of Time. You're doing everything that AFK Arena has to offer, including hunting fields and, of course, the Temporal Rift while it is still up. So, guys, that will do it for today's stream. Again, thank you guys for joining me. And as always, thank you guys for watching.